Hello, welcome. Let's try to solve another Leetcode problem 507, perfect number. So the definition of the perfect number is a positive integer that is equal to the sum of its positive divisors, excluding the number itself. Let's just check the first number 28. So we have such kind of divisors. So except 28. So the sum up of those numbers is going to be 28. So this 28 equal to the num, so it's going to be true. So for example, another number is 7. As we know that 7 is a prime number, so the only positive divisors is 1 because we're going to exclude 7. So 1 not equal to 7, so definitely it's going to be a false. So what if the num equal to 1? So if the num equal to 1, so the only divisors is 1, but it's going to exclude itself, so this means it's going to be a false. If num equal to 1, it's going to be a false. Yeah. So let's just define a result. So the result is going to be starting from 0, and then we're going to check all the possible values. So I gonna equal to 1, I times I gonna less than equal to num, and I plus plus. So here result gonna plus equal to I plus num divided by I. Yeah. So this is only for if it is a positive divisor. We need to check. So if num modular I equal to 0, so we're gonna update the result. Yeah. But if num divided I, yeah, let's just write it like that. If I times I equal to the num, yeah. So result need to minus the value minus the I. So for example, yeah. So let's just use another example. Maybe this num is 16. So what about this 4? 4 times 4 equal to 16, but we only need to count 4 once instead of twice. So this means if I times I equal to m, we still need to minus this 4 because we plus twice. So this is twice, this is minus. Yeah. So finally, we need to return the result. Now let me just run it to check if it works. Yeah. So we don't need to return. We need to return if the result equal to 2 times the num, because inside the algorithm, actually we are like using 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 14 and plus 28. If we plus 28, it means the final number gonna be 56, which is gonna equal to 28 times 2. So this is y result gonna equal to 2 times num. Yeah, now let me just submit it to check if it works. As you can see, it works and passed for all testing cases. And the time complexity is the square root of n. So this n is 10 to the power of 4, and the square root of that is going to be 10 to the power of, this is 10 to the power of 8. So the square root is going to be 10 to the power of 4. That is why it works. I think that's all about it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.